We've got 10 minutes left. I'm going to try to wrap up in 10 minutes if I can. We did reserve the webinar session for 2 hours. So I think I'm just going to keep going until I finish. And if you need to drop off at the end of the hour, feel free to do so. Otherwise, I'll just keep going. And for those of you who can remain on the line, I will try to do a Q&A by phone. Okay, sorry for the fire hose of information, but hopefully these introductions are useful for you. Okay, so SAM has something called a generic model. So File, New, Generic System. And this is, the intention of this model is to be able to represent a conventional power plant, and it uses a very simple performance model to represent the plant performance. And then you can use it with one of SAM's financial models for comparisons of conventional technologies with renewables. We've expanded the generic model a little bit as follows. So this is our generic model. I chose the commercial financing option, so we've got our financial model inputs here. The generic plant model is just you just specify the plant's performance with a nameplate capacity, a capacity factor, and a couple of and a D-rate factor. So it's a very simple model. So that's the model as it was in the previous versions of SAM. What we've added in the new version is this user-specified generation profile. So with this, what you can do is if you've got another model, maybe you've got your own model for modeling a conventional power plant or some other power plant, you can use your own model to generate hourly kilowatt-hour values, and then you can import those hourly kilowatt values into SAM, and then SAM will use that to represent the performance of the system, and then you can use that data along with the SAM financial models to do your comparisons. So in order to run the model in this way, what you need is a text file with a single column of 8760 kilowatt-hour values. So these are kilowatt-hour per hour values. If you want to see what the text file looks like, just click Export. And I'm going to save this to my desktop so I can find it quickly. And then open the file. So here's the text file. So this you can see that the first row is a text string that SAM ignores, so you can put whatever you want there. And then it's just 8760 rows of data. If you've got sub-hourly data, you can change the time step. So if your model happens to generate 15-minute 15-minute kilowatt-hour values, then you can change the time step. It's 60 minutes by default. This doesn't change the SAM simulation. This is just for importing the data from your external model. So you could use this to model if you've got another another model like PVSYST or some other performance model. You could generate. You could use PVSYST to generate your PV system output, and then run SAM's financial model, for example. So you could use this for any number of applications.